I hope all of you are doing good and great. So in this today's video, we are going to discuss a text to image model, or in this demo will basically will give the text and it will model will create the image based on our description or our prompt or description in the code or prompt, whatever we'll give in the app, it will generate an image out of it. So for that, I have already have published one blog, and basically that blog is basically, let me show you that blog. So in this blog, if you see that text to image stable diffusion medium, so this is the stable diffusion medium we will use the model, and that model we will use, and this is basically step-by-step guide. So initially I'm just telling that this model is basically a multimodal diffusion transformer, and some description about the model, and there is a link where you can find that link as from the Hugging Face. You can find that model as well, and however you need to log into Hugging Face and get agree on this model before using it. So this is, you have to log in and agree, and then basically I have already created a repository for this, and I'll commit the code here after this demo, so you can find it out. You can clone this repository and use this step-by-step process, and you can run that the same what I am running it. In this model, basically you need to use GPU, but I don't have a GPU, I have a CPU. It will run, but it will be slow. So and also you need a Hugging Face token, a write access token. Please remember, write access token. So you can log in into Hugging Face, and basically you can use it, or you can use Hugging Face CLI login, and then you can log in it. So it's a code snippet which is basically similar to my code. I have explained each and every bit of this in this. What is the each line of code is doing. This means import, we are importing import torch in this. Okay, let me see if I have to. Okay, this is about the Hugging Face CLI code. Okay, so means how you have to install that Hugging Face CLI. Why I stopped showing this blob to you, because I'll have to go through step by step through in the code itself. So code also I have updated and added. We'll do that now. So this page is basically for the Hugging Face CLI installation and login. Let me go to my code. So in this code, I have already written that after cloning that this repository, you have to just create an environment and then activate the environment, install the requirements.txt file, and then basically you have to log into Hugging Face using these commands. So this is basically, if it's not installing by using requirement.txt, you can just try it out once, it will work. If not, then you have to use this one. This is optional, but login you have to do that, and you should have that and save your Hugging Face token somewhere at your side, so that you can use it while you log in it. So this is only the code I have. Let me delete this code as well. Okay, so we have only these many files. After cloning, basically when I created a repository, I have gitignore and readme file and license file. So I have added only two files. One is basically requirements.txt, in which I have all the libraries mentioned. So this will be installed when I do the pip install requirements. So it will be all libraries will be installed, and then this is the code. So in this code, I'll go through again. So we have initially we have all the import statements. In the import statements, we have torch and Gradio and Stable-Diffusion-3 pipeline from diffuser. A specific pipeline from the diffuser library that facilitate the use Stable-Diffusion 3 for text to image generation. We have this function image generation. So image generation, and then it's basically we'll give the prompt to it, a function that takes basically this function will uh, takes a prompt as text as input and generate the image out of that prompt. So it's just basically taking that image and calling that model, and we have some parameters, and it will give me the image out of it. And basically the first line is basically, it's if you have CUDA installed, then basically it will use, if you have a GPU, then you can use CUDA, and this will be faster. So if you don't know about CUDA is basically a parallel processing of any task. It will run the multiple operations simultaneously, parallelly, so it will be fast. Suppose if I'm using a CPU, it will be serialized, it will be one by one, it will create, or it will generate the images step by step. But in case of parallelly, it will be generate for each it will be basically, it will be faster. So this CUDA will be more helpful in this case, but I don't have that CUDA, and I don't have a GPU, so I'll use this my CPU. But when you use the CUDA, then I think you have to enable this code, and you have to disable this code or something. Yeah, this code not required to disable, but this code has to be enabled. So before that, if you want to use it locally, you can use this way. Like, I just commit this code. I can delete this code. So this one you can use it. Let me not use it, I'm doing it now. And then basically this pipeline, basically it's pipeline initialization. It's basically a pipeline initialization only. So in this load a pre-trained model. It's a pre-trained model will be loaded, and which is basically stable diffusion 3-medium diffuser. And we have the another parameter torch d type, specify the data type for tensor computation, uses basically 16 for GPU and 32 for the CPU. Float 32 and float 16 for GPU, and float 32 for GPU. Float 32 for CPU and float 16 for GPU, if I am not telling you incorrect. So code encoder 3 and tokenizer 3 are set to none, indicate that the default text encoder and tokenizer will be used. Okay, and then model offloading. And this model offloading basically enable offloading part of the model to the CPU when they are not in use to save GPU memory. And the other part is basically the the other line is basically pipeline to specify GPU or CPU, and but it's likely to be used enable model CPU offload. Method is handling memory management. So this is for management memory. And then we have image generation, and we'll have to give a prompt, and then it will generate the image. So there are some parameters like in this you have a negative parameter, prompt, and then number of inference steps, height, width, guide, scale. So these are the parameters are required. So basically all these things I have already explained in my this model. So it would be helpful for you if you want to go through. So after that, basically I gave one prompt image generator as a local, and it generates me this image. So this is one of the way. I'll not do it because it will take time, and the my demonstration will be takes lot of time. So what I have done, basically I have also integrated a one Gradio app, and then Gradio app I'll use, and I'll generate some image for now. Let's see, go to my code again, and then this Gradio code, basically it's a It's in interface, Gradio interface, which is calling function as image generator, and it has one input which is basically a prompt for user to enter, and it's a two-liner code. I'm giving a two-liner. I'm giving to users to enter the line, and output will be a PIL image, which we have used in previously in previous models as well, previous demonstration for the Hugging Face as well. So title will be image generator app. This is a simple app operator using a Hugging Face Stable Diffusion 3 model. So this is how it will work. Let me do it one step by step now. So let me create this environment first, and then once that environment will be created, you can see that this is environment has been created. So once this environment is created, let me activate this environment, and after that we'll basically install all the requirements. Okay. So in the environment file, I have already created my Hugging Face ID, which I'm not will not showing here. That part I'll do it offline. While I'll do the Hugging Face login, I'll show this is how we have to do. But while entering it and getting it from the console or environment variable, I'll not use. Basically, it will not. I'm not going to use it from means because of the security concerns. I'll not be used. Okay, so the next part is basically Hugging Face login. So let me use this. Let me clear the screen. Hugging Face login. It is asking me a token, which is I am going to do offline. So I have done my Hugging Face login. You can see that, and I have entered Hugging Face CLI, and then after that it asked me for the add token to grid credential, which I said no, and logging is successful. I gave the Hugging Face token, which I have created from the Hugging Face, and then it is login. Now after that login, I will have to run this python.py file, and the code I have already walked through. So if there is any difficulties or anything, you can connect me through LinkedIn or through WhatsApp or Telegram as well, which I have already given in my YouTube account's login. Let me go to my YouTube account. So if you'll go, you can see I have Telegram, WhatsApp as well, so you can connect me through. This is my Medium's login as well, which you can see that here, and GitHub login, and for my all library, this is my Hugging Face profile. So these are the places, and yeah, and you can go here. Let me go inside. Okay, now go to the code again. Let me execute this, and then so what will happen now, it will download the Hugging Face model to my local. If I have already, so it will take less time, which I already have it. If will not have that, it will take more time. However, still it will take more time because I am using CPU, not GPU. So if you're using a GPU, it will be quite faster for you. It takes seconds, but for me, in my case, it will take minutes. Yeah, so let me start it. In this, by the time it will doing its work of generating an image for my text, so for my app. So basically my app is started. So now let me see if I can do it now. Okay, So let me give something. App is uh, anything which you like. Okay, AI is generative AI is great. Learning generative AI is great. Show it along with AI and to let me take my enthusiast people holding sorry saying it. Okay, it will take some time. Let me submit this. So as soon as I submit, this is doing it, and you can say this is basically does not take, it will not take much time for the first pipeline creation because it's already downloaded in my local. However, it will take time for me, for my case, to generate an image. So whatever image will generate, I'll also copy here, and then you can also see that if you need, you can take reference out of it. So now it will run for 40 inference, and then it will generate an image. For okay, by the time it is happening, I let me go through my readme file. So here it's I already mentioned my medium blob and link for URL for Stable-Diffusion-3-Medium and of Hugging Face, and also Gradio documentation and Hugging Face login CLI guide. So these things I already mentioned here. So now just wait and watch for the results, and then we can wrap up. I'll not be able to deploy this in Hugging Face because I don't have GPU on Hugging Face. If I have to use the Hugging Face it will take a lot of money, which I don't want to do it now. So I'll just do it deployment or basically demonstrate that stable diffusion model here itself only. Just wait for that. So now we can see that it's all completed 100%, and let's go to our app and see that whether image is there or not. Learning generative AI is great. Show it along with AI enthusiast people saying it. I don't know how it generates, but this image is generated by this model for my prompt. So if you'll enter a better prompt, you will get a better image. If you feel that this image is better, you can use it. For now, just see if I can save this image. Okay, I have downloaded this image and I'll commit this image, and I'll also commit this code. And I always say that this will require a GPU. So if you have that, you can download it. I mean, you can use it. It will be faster. So for now, I am just committing this code, and then you can use it. And let me know if there is any comment or anything you want. If you have anything, just let me know. I'll try to help and solve it out. So that's it for today. So I think you like my videos, and if you like it, please help to share it, like it, and subscribe it. And yeah, Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Thank you.